Lately, the audio on my AirPods has been super weird, and so I'm not sure if this is like sounding right or anything like that. But this is my first video in a while. I'm back. I wanted to do a recap of the year, my experience in the gym, outside of the gym, what it's been like me trying to make my way in life. And I figured since I've done so many of these videos that I didn't prepare for this at all. I just edited the workout footage and then I just decided kind of on a whim. I was like, you know what? I haven't done one of these in a while, so let me just go ahead and do it. So my progress with the squat has been slow. It's been good, but what's happened, and I've ran into this wall where because of school, because of work, and because of my own laziness, the last several months I haven't been eating well. And I eat a good meal here and there, but it's not consistent at all. And it's reflecting in my performance. My body's development has slowed down, and some would say it's a plateau. I think I see progression still. It's just very, very slow. And it's in proportion to the amount of good food that I'm eating. So because I'm barely eating good, my body is barely doing well. So I've been stuck for a while on trying to break 300 pounds. I already had a 295-pound squat, where I'm sure if I had 5 extra pounds, I still could have put that up. But since my 295 squat, I haven't done it. I haven't done anything more. I believe if I was in good condition, like if I ate well for a week or more, and then I prepared for it, I think I could hit 315 pretty easily. So that's where I'm at right now. I've been focusing more on bench press in the past several months, and then in the last month I started doing overhead press, and in the last 2 or 3 weeks I started doing more deadlift. And so the reason why is, like, you can see, this is a kind of not that heavy of a weight for me, but as I'm coming up, you see how like my back is kind of giving out. My legs have always been strong. It's always been my back that is lacking strength. So I've been doing more deadlifts and more stuff like that to help improve my back and my posture. As well, the overhead press is good for your back stability and also shoulder strength, obviously. But anyways, what I came here to report on is that this whole series is called Making a Name. And I spent the whole semester doing just that. I went around and I had this notion within the first 2 weeks. I had this idea come to my head that I should just be talking to as many people as I could for multiple reasons. One is to make a base of like a connection, or I guess, yeah, a connective base or a network of people that know me, know who I am, and support me. And so I started amassing a greater following on social media. I got up to 500 followers at one point, and since then people have unfollowed, but it's okay. I'm at like 490 right now. And so yeah, my YouTube hasn't gone anywhere, but my Instagram has gone up. My TikTok has done well. And I've met hundreds of people since, well, I guess the semester's over, but in the first semester I met a lot of people, and I'm not sure yet what my next step will be, but I've been praying about this a lot, and that's what I feel God, that's where he pulled me in that direction, was to start meeting people and making connections. As well, I think, and this is like big news, I guess, for anyone who cares to know, is I feel like I'm close to meeting my wife. The reason I say that is because, and most people don't know this, I'm not even sure if I included this in any of my videos up to this point, but at New Year's last year, I made goals and stuff with God, and one of the goals that I made, that God inspired me to put out there, was that I wanted to meet my wife this year. That by the end of this year, by the time all was said and done, I would have met her. That was kind of the goal that I feel God inspired me to put. And what's specific about that goal is that it's just meeting her, not marrying her, not even having a relationship yet, but just meeting her. And through prayer and through contemplation, I feel like God has told me that I've accomplished that goal, that I've put myself in the right spot, in the right situation, where whoever it is, whoever the person is I'm meant to meet, I've already met them, or they already know who I am, something along those lines. And what that does to me, or what that does for me, is it frees me up mentally, knowing that I've put in the work. I've been working on this for so long, literally so long. And it felt almost like kind of like it was like a long, dreary walk through the desert or something like that. Like I had motivation, I had a head full of steam, and at some point it just got to be a much, but I kept pushing and trusting in God, and I kept pushing to the end, because the thought that motivated me was, what if I get to the point where I'm close to the end and I give up, and in that last little part of my journey is where the miracle happened. So I knew it in my heart I couldn't give up. I had to go until the buzzer sounded. And so up until the very last day of the last day of the semester before break, I was still pushing myself to meet people and to make those connections. And so because of that diligence, I think God is rewarding me. By the way, I made up this salsa walk, this samba, where I'm doing like a forward back with the weight over my head. I'm trying to improve my shoulder stability as well, like my overall strength through my core. And I thought that'd be a fun way to do it with weight. Anyways, so after this, I went to the rows. Also trying to work on just my overall back strength and arm strength, because I feel like I've been working on legs for a whole year now. So it's time to switch it up. Anyways, that's like an update. This YouTube series is called Making a Name for Myself, and that's because, well, I named it that way, and it wasn't like a thing that I chose. I feel like God put it in my heart to call it that. And then interestingly enough, throughout the course of the semester, I ended up making so many connections and meeting so many people. I think I do have a name for myself, and this name will be further established, and my legacy will be further established the more that I trust God and push forward. So not just like in the instance of like, let's say I do marry someone or whatever, one of these connections, or if not multiple of these connections, are going to help me out in the future as I try and build this platform I want to build to discuss the things I want to discuss and to bring the messages I want to share out into the limelight. I feel like I can do something huge here. I can be very successful. I can change people's hearts and minds and bring them closer to God, and that's ultimately what I want. It's been a while since I've made a video like this, like so open and everything and honest. A lot of my TikToks and Instagram videos are very short, and so it's just enough for me to say one simple principle, but not for me to say so much about myself personally. So I appreciate these longer style videos, and I plan to make more in the future. This has just been an amazing way for me to practice sharing my thoughts. I was thinking about it today, and as the video comes to an end, I'm going to share this one last thing, is that if it wasn't for the 160 videos I've produced so far on YouTube, I don't think I would have been able to have the conversation skills that I did this semester. A lot of people were very impressed by the way I went up to them and approached them, and then also by the way that I was able to articulate my thoughts. And it wouldn't have happened that way. It wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't spent so many hours over the course of the year making so many videos and talking so much on my own. It was like I put in reps and practice, so it became muscle memory. And I'm just so grateful for anyone who has watched any of these videos up to this point. It really does make my heart full. I'm filled with love and gratitude for anyone who has supported me, especially for God, my Father in heaven, who has given me every single opportunity that I've had. And I've been able to capitalize and have so many opportunities this semester, opportunities for learning, for growth, and for making connections, that like I know that this is all God-given, this life and this opportunity. There's this, I know Kanye West is a very controversial figure at the moment, but there's this song of his called Ultralight Beam. He says, this is an ultralight beam, this is a God dream. And I think I take that to mean that he's talking about life, how life is an ultralight beam. It's like, it's this ongoing, progressing thing, and it's expanding rapidly. It's something that God has his hand fully in, is in our development and everything that goes on in our lives. And it all came from his dreams, that he made his dreams a reality, and he wants to teach us to do the same thing. And so anyways, I'm about to sign out, but I really do appreciate everyone who watches these. And I pray we can all make our goals happen together, and we can bring this world to a better light, a better place, and a better standing. Because right now the world needs help. So that's why I make this this message, this testimony at the end. It's almost like a prayer for me, but I just want to say thank you to everyone, and I'm out.